Vinny, what's your favorite type of bread? So we went from ice cream to bread. Does pizza dough count? I mean garlic bread, but here's the thing, different bakeries have different types of bread, so I could say French bread or Italian bread, but that doesn't necessarily describe the differences between these things. Like, you can have a bakery or a pizza place give you really, really good bread. Like, there's this one place in the city that does, I forget the name of it, but it's a really good sandwich place, and they have amazing bread, and it makes their sandwiches way better. And they make their own bread. So I can just say, you know, like French bread or whatever. But deep down, I know I've had shitty French bread. I've even had, like, pathetic garlic bread, too. Garlic bread's usually my go-to answer for something like that. I love garlic bread. But, did you ever, like, have just sad garlic bread? Where it's just, like... You know, just, like... chunks of garlic on the bread with no attempt to actually make it into a thing. Someone just said toast and garlic powder. Oh, please. God, that was painful to hear. What's your favorite flavor of potato chip? I feel like I'm filling out an application. This'll make it into Q&A video number 2, right? I like, the salt and vinegar chips. I don't know if they're my favorite, but they're close. Sour cream and onion. What condiments do you put on a hot dog? Here we go. Dear God. My favorite hot dog condiment, I like sauerkraut and mustard and ketchup. And the fucking I love the onions. You know those onions in the sauce? What, someone just said, what the fuck is sauerkraut? People are like, gross. I don't put all of those on the hot dog at the same time, by the way. Sometimes it's just one. I don't like the idea of doing, you know, like, a million different condiments on one hot dog. Usually 1 or 2. For people that were saying sauerkraut is gross. I mean, that's just like your opinion, man. But that's also a New York thing, too. Like, if you're in Chicago, there's a different style of hot dog that they, you know, specialize in. They put, like, fucking pickles and gherkins on them shits. But, yeah, really, like, high-quality sauerkraut on, like, German food, Wurst, kraut. Not kraut, Wurst and, kielbasa, stuff like that. Is good. Yeah, I like that stuff. The onions are my favorite, though, I think. There's this... They sell it, you can buy it, and it's good. Some people make it homemade, but I almost never see that. But it's just this sauce, and it's got onions in it, and it's great. And it's... I don't get it. I don't get why it's so fucking good, but it's amazing. Yeah, it's caramelized. They're caramelized onions in the sauce. S-A-W-Z. Sauce. Vinny, did you ever eat a big bowl of sauerkraut? Dave, listen closely. Dave edited the video for the Vine Sauce question and answer. Listen closely. Today's questions are verboten. If there's a part 2, 0 of these questions. Anyway, so yeah, no, I've never eaten a big bowl of sauerkraut. It's just good on the side of German food. And, there's a couple German restaurants that I like that do just that. Kielbasa is Polish. It is, isn't it? Well, they do kielbasa at the German place I go to. Honey mustard with hot dog? What? I don't know. I could try it. I would try it. I don't think... I like honey mustard. I don't know if I would go for that on a hot dog. Vinny, how do you feel about mayo as a condiment? I have no problem with mayo. I think it has to be used on the right stuff. In Japan, mayo is huge, I've learned. I love it there. I just think it's, you know, reserved for the correct sandwich, and it can be good. I like, you know, I like oil vinegar on my sandwich most of the time, honestly. I think that's good stuff. Depending on the sandwich, but oil vinegar makes a good combo. Opinions on liverwurst? No. I'd say no is my answer. Vinny, Hang on, I got one more question I want to answer. Hang on, this is a good one because I have an answer. Vinny, do you think you'd ever be willing to put together a list of restaurants you'd like around New York City? I always like to try new places, and when I'm out there and having new destinations in the boroughs other than Manhattan would be nice since I don't know them well. So, Dave, I think you're also... Dave is a very useful person. I'm sorry to put it like that, but it's true. Yeah, he wants your list. So Dave and his friends are foodies, well, his friends are foodies, and they compiled a list of their favorite places in the city that have amazing food, and I just got that list, and it seems like this list is about to be famous. Famous anus cookies, that's right. But I have a couple places, but I don't know that many places. I know a lot of pizza places and stuff like that. Vinny, do you have a favorite Jewish deli? Russ and Daughters in Manhattan. It's near Katz's Deli, but they do equally as good pastrami and corned beef sandwiches. And Harold's in New Jersey. I want to say if anyone lives in New Jersey, closest to New York, look up Harold's Deli. You will go there, and you will eat forever. It's a little expensive, but you get portions that can feed an army, and it's just... Oh, it's so good. That's actually, incidentally, that was on Dave's friends list of good New York food. Harold's was on there already, so... Harold's is the most overrated restaurant I've ever been to, says someone in chat. Well, there you go. Now you have a counterpoint, and then you can, you have a reason not to go now, chat. I like Harold's a lot. Maybe you didn't get the right thing. I like they have a pickle bar where you can get as much... like coleslaw, salad, pickles of many different kinds, peppers, and bread. As much of that stuff as you want, for free. And you can just keep on going up and getting it, whatever you want. You combine that with the brisket, or the pastrami. Unbelievable. And they have good onion rings, too. I'm not even hungry, I don't know why I'm talking about food. Like, I had a really... You know, I had a really decently sized lunch. Sorry, everybody. This is 3 a.m. food chat, and I did not plan on this happening. Vinny, Michael Scott said that the best place to eat in New York is Sbarro's. Is that good advice? Sbarro is authentic New York pizza that you can only get in New York. In this case, Michael Scott is totally on point. Wait, I had a Sbarro in the mall where I lived at, but it closed down and was replaced by a Subway. Someone said, wait, Sbarro, the place they have in every Ohio mall? Dude, you have Sbarro's now? No! That's the best New York pizza! That's amazing! You gotta try it. Don't, actually. It's fucking trash. Don't bother. If you're in New York and you get Sbarro, I'm gonna... listen. Listen. I wonder if the guy who said Harold's was overrated likes Sbarro's better, even though it's like apples to oranges. I'm just curious. Some people eat balut. You can look up balut. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I don't want to gross people out. Some people eat that and some people like it. So when I see people in chat like, oh, mustard's disgusting, pickles are disgusting, I have to remind myself, like, I think to myself, like, well, how could someone not like that? But then I have to think, oh, people eat tarantulas for pleasure. So I mean, culturally, there's different things that people eat, but there's also different tastes, like different, you know, people like ass-flavored potato chip. Poop coffee? Yeah, there is a poop coffee. I believe the bean grows on poop or something, or in poop, or like it's pooped out of a thing. Went from amazing food to literal poop food. Yeah, sorry about that, but in the interest of conversation, we do have to cover a wide variety of things. Because we live in a crazy big old world that has a lot of different things that people like and dislike, and some of that is poop coffee. Vinny, what do you think of the more exotic taco meats like tripe, tongue, and head? I'm not an adventurous eater. You might want to talk to my friend Mike about adventurous eating. I'm not that guy. I'm pretty stock standard. I mean, you know, I'll eat a lot of different types of vegetables and food. I'm not really that adventurous though. I won't go into that territory. My friend Tyler is an adventurous eater too. And Joe, that I talk about on stream, Studio Joe. He likes a lot of different weird stuff that you might find in the city. I feel like I'm kind of the odd man out in that sense because I just, I like a wide variety of things within my genre. Which I guess applies to music too, if you think about it. Do you like avocados? It's a divisive food. A lot of people don't like avocados, which I find crazy. I am not an avocado person. I don't like avocados, no. I don't hate them. If you mean that people that hate avocados, and I see several in chat that hate them, I'm not like a hater upon avocado, but I don't get it. I enjoy guacamole. I don't think it's the best thing ever. If I have to choose between guaca and salsa, I'll go for salsa. But I can tell you that I think mango... Not mango, what am I talking about? Avocado. There's a Blue Apron, recipe. Really, Vin? There was a Blue Apron recipe I had that wanted me to do avocado slices like in a salad form with salt, pepper, oil on them, and some lettuce, and I was, you know, I was like, wow, this is really bland. I don't get it. But there's another aspect to the whole food debate with cilantro, for example. Some people think it tastes like soap. Apparently that's just a thing that you have on your, you know, it's like a genetic thing. You either think it tastes like soap or you don't. I don't think it tastes like soap, but I don't. If I can avoid cilantro, I will do so. I don't think it's the same thing for avocados, but where some people tell me that it's the best ever, and they'll have it on toast every morning. I'm just like, yeah, no, dog. Vegemite? Well, Vegemite's a thing too in, you know, Australia. But you have to understand that it's a cultural thing. Like, if you grow up with Vegemite and you figure out how to do it, which is like a thin layer of butter and a super thin layer of Vegemite. Not too bad. I tried it. Now, if I grew up and my parents were giving me that, then I would have, yeah, I'd probably like that. And I'd probably, like, you know, be nostalgic for it. But actually, just eating Vegemite, plain old Vegemite, you've seen the video. It's, no thanks. Vinny, what did you do with that jar of Vegemite? I buried it in the woods.